This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Polio campaign continues. Women urged to know their status. And BPNG announces payment system change. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Jaylee Sapies. Thank you for joining us. Western Highlands Provincial Health Authority is one of the first to implement the recommendations for the World Health Organization on eliminating cervical cancer. This was according to the team leader for the program, Dr. Paulus Ripa, in an exclusive interview with this newsroom.
Cervical cancer is the commonest cancer in women in PNG, which has taken the lives of 2,000 women every year. According to Dr. Ripa, it is caused by a virus known as human papilloma virus. In an interview with this newsroom this morning, Dr. Ripa revealed that the Well Women's Clinic for Cervical Cancer has seen the screening of a total of 29,500 women between the ages of 30 to 60.
Also, death in women in PNG, and this province is the first one to establish the full program in order to eliminate this. So 2020 and officially commenced in 2022 May with funding from donors in Australia.
Dr. Ripa explained the age preference for screening.
Pick up the virus in women between 30 to 60 years of age, because those are the women in whom the virus will still stay and cause changes.
Adding on to that was the gynecologist who is in charge of screening and treating women. Dr. Tony said 80% of women that are screened go through thermal ablations, meaning the nurses burn the virus out.
% or so they are being referred to the gynecology clinic, where you have, in this group of women who are being referred, they have certain conditions where we need to treat them.
The project coordinator for the cervical cancer screening program, Josephine Gabisi, said, in a day, 50 to 70 women visit the clinic.
The strategy is 90% of women who are screened and are found to be they have abnormalities must be referred to Dr. Tony and the team for surgery, chemotherapy, and biopsies. So that's what we are.
She said the clinic is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. during weekdays. Hence, women are encouraged to visit the clinic. The planning process for this clinic took more than 10 years and was finally implemented and is now adopted by other centers and some countries such as Timor-Leste, as revealed by Dr. Ripa. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Meanwhile, Dr. James Tony is calling on women in the province between the ages of 30 to 60 to visit the cervical cancer clinic to undergo screening in order to know their status.
While stressing on the importance of cervical cancer screening, Dr. Tony said it is difficult to be treated after experiencing signs and symptoms of this disease.
By the time a woman has the symptoms and signs, that you have to know that it's already an advanced disease. So what we are doing now is, it's the way to go, because they don't have the disease. We have to detect early and treat so that we prevent them from having this disease in future.
Dr. Tony said once the signs are evident, it shows that the disease has already developed and it will be difficult to treat.
They have the symptoms and signs. They have already invasive disease, and more than 90% of them are already in the advanced stage of the disease, which we can't do much in terms of treatment-wise in our country at the moment.
He further stressed on the importance of being tested.
Discharges, watery discharges, They'll come in with abnormal vaginal bleeding. Not their period, but they'll be, most of the time it's in between the period, which we call it intermenstrual bleeding. They'll come with low abdominal pain, back pain. So we should encourage women who are in this eligible group, age group, must come and get themselves screened in order for them to not to get this disease in future.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Following the launch of the polio vaccination campaign last week, polio immunization team leader for Gerahu Well Baby Clinic says the round 2 vaccine rollout program for Gerahu will continue for 15 days.
Nurse Janet Lombore from Gerahu General Hospital in Port Moresby said the campaign started last week. However, the turnout was less than expected.
Round 2 for the polio started last week on the 13th, and it will continue for 15 days. So we started off yesterday with the static team been immunizing babies here at Gerahu Well Baby Clinic. We didn't immunize a lot because the tenor for the mothers were not that plenty.
To improve their coverage, mobile vaccination teams will be deployed today to various locations to continue the vaccine rollout and reach more children.
And also we have the mobile teams that are going out. We started late, so our teams are getting prepared to go out to the vaccine sites, which will be in Gerahu Stage 1, 2, 3, Rainbow, and Nautana, and Baroni as well.
According to vaccination team leader for Gerahu Well Baby Clinic, the rollout is scheduled to run for 15 days. This is a nationwide vaccination program that is being currently carried out in various centers. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
A delegation of ministers from Papua New Guinea are currently in Australia for the 31st Australia-Papua New Guinea Ministerial Forum, which will be co-hosted by the respective Ministers for Foreign Affairs, Senator Penny Wong and Minister Justin Tachenko.
This important meeting follows the milestone signing of the PNG-Australia Mutual Defence Treaty, which is referred to as the Puk-Puk Treaty. Having worked alongside each other for many years, this meeting is expected to broaden collaborative efforts between the two nations through progression of the PNG-Australia Alliance, a new education and skills package worth over $150 million, and a $25 million humanitarian and disaster relief package. Under the PNG-Australia Alliance, PNG citizens can be able to join the Australian Defence Force through a recruitment pathway that will be established. The new education and skills package is specifically to support PNG's productivity, economic growth and human development, focused more on boosting foundation education and technical and vocational education training. Papua New Guinea will be aiming to construct new humanitarian warehouses under the Humanitarian and Disaster Relief Package after the meeting. This will enable PNG to respond well to disasters in the country. Australia's acting Prime Minister and Defence Minister Richard Marles explained that the new alliance is the beginning of a close and long-standing defence relation. Minister Marles stated the meeting is expected to outline many good discussions on the growing partnership of the Defence Cooperation Programme. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Acting Police Commander for Western Province, Inspector Anjap Minata, confirmed that plans for security operations during the local level government elections are now in place, and they now await the Electoral Office to advise on the polling schedules.
During a phone interview, Inspector Hanzab Minata revealed that they were able to put together their security operations plan at the time when the writs were issued. PPC Minata said police in Western Province have noted areas that will require more attention.
I'm looking at the border with the Ella province. That's where we have got a little bit of security concern, but not. I already put our plan, so that will be taken care of.
In the past weeks, police were able to carry out awareness to the communities.
It will be okay, but we also have done pre-election operation awareness within the band centers and the villages, so people are already aware of it.
The people of Western are reminded to take ownership of the LLZ elections. Inspector Minata said by now people should already know the type of leader they should appoint and there is no need to cause disturbances during polling.
So they know exactly who to vote, so it's up to them. Free, fair election. People are steps, so we can apply this free, fair election to national election.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja nak? Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
All-new GWM Power has the best-in-class pulling power. Book a test drive today and hop into Broco Motors for a spin.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
You're watching National EMTV News. Bank of Papua New Guinea has announced the financial institutions and payment systems participants that the Kina Automated Transfer System, or better known as CATS, will be migrating to the ISO, which is the Global Standard Financial Messaging System. BPNG Governor Elizabeth Genia says this transition is part of the ongoing modernization of Papua New Guinea's national payment system.
BPNG Governor Elizabeth Genia says the migration is scheduled to occur this month from 25th to the 26th, with go-live planned for 27th. The new payment system is known as ISO, which is a flexible standard for financial messages that enables financial institutions to exchange information, market infrastructure, and the bank's customers. Ms. Genia explained that this is a key step in modernizing Papua New Guinea's payment system, making transactions faster, safer, and more efficient, while aligning with the country's financial infrastructure with global standards used by central banks and international payment systems. The transition will enhance the quality and richness of payment data exchanged between commercial banks, faster and smoother transactions for customers and businesses, improve cross-border payment and exchanges with global systems, strengthen compliance and reporting in line with global best practice, support the implementation and future digital payment innovations in PNG. During the transition period, the Bank of Papua New Guinea will be working closely with all the commercial banks to ensure this change happens smoothly and without interruption of normal services. Genia assured the public that all payment transactions through CATS, including real-time gross settlement and automated clearing hours, will continue to be processed securely and efficiently throughout this changeover. Pakatambua National EMTV News.
A total of 192 grade 8 students from St. Anselm Catholic Primary School in Barnes have joined grade 8 students around the country to sit for their national examinations after the school was suspended last week due to the loss of a senior teacher's life.
The senior teacher was attacked by locals at Kawas in North Wagi district. Head teacher Mr. Samson Kupun said that despite the school still mourning the loss of the late teacher, children's education rights remains paramount. He acknowledged that the grade 8 students are sitting for their national exams alongside the rest of Papua New Guinea. The temporary house cry for the late teacher within the school grounds will be moved back to Nondugul once the family finalizes their plans, as the police investigation is still ongoing. Kupun thanks St. Anselm Parish and the Catholic Agency for allocating their hall for the national examination from today until Thursday. The school board and management have also engaged Barnes Police to monitor the school area throughout the exam period to ensure the grade 8 students remain undisturbed. Jiwaka Provincial Acting Education Manager Andrew Cook expressed his gratitude to all the invigilators overseeing the grade 8, 10 and 12 exams, including FOD, under strict supervision by technical officers and departmental staff. He said the efforts have ensured the exams are progressing smoothly and they anticipate positive results. Jonathan Sibona, National, EMTV News.
Eastern Highlands Provincial Governor Simon Sia has called for an urgent meeting within the provincial government and the provincial police commander to arrest those involved in the killing of an innocent bus driver.
Governor for Eastern Highlands Province has condemned the killing along the island's highway. In a conversation with Governor Wairapai yesterday evening, Sia said his office had already put people in place to deal with the criminal. While passing his condolences to the immediate families for the deceased, he said it is unacceptable to accept such act to take a young life like that. He said he will call for an urgent meeting among themselves to make sure these criminals are held accountable.
I will call for an urgent meeting among ourselves, and I make sure that these culprits, these criminals, community need to hang over these criminals, and he has to face the justice.
He urged the community to bring forward the suspects to face the justice. Governor Sia stated that Eastern and Western Islands don't have any enemies among themselves, thus such actions are unacceptable. Sia said police have been advised to apprehend the suspect to face the full force of the law.
The law enforcers, I just spoken to the PPC and also the police officer in Kanandu. If we give them next 12 hours, if they don't bring out this, come forward with this, the one who pulled the triggers, we are going to give them the full force. They will face the full force of law.
Governor Rapa then thanked Sia for the timely intervention and said he will also have meeting with the family of the deceased and the bus owner together with the leaders in Western Islands to also find a way on how to stop such act once and for all. Rapa said he has been supporting the public motor vehicle owners in the province, thus such actions towards hardworking SME people are unacceptable in the highest manner. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
A Catholic faithful, Stephen Pop of Kuli Parish in the Divine Mercy Shrine, has been ordained as a priest for the Catholic Church in Papua New Guinea. The ordination was done by the Archdiocese of Mount Hagen Archbishop, Father Clement Papa, over the weekend.
The National Divine Mercy Shrine in Kuli Parish was filled with Catholic faithfuls from the Archdiocese of Mount Hagen and other centers to witness the ordination of Father Stephen Pope. The event coincided with the canonization of Saint Peter Torot. Father Stephen started his journey to become a priest in the year 2015. He undertook theological studies and training to finally become a priest.
Time me been school or me been established monkey yet. It's la time me can think him all congregation plus all my light pater all been walk in chelo Paris me. Now one plus something been motivating me long looking this walk mission or was la walk all pater. Time looking all my light pater hourly walk. Hourly prayer, hourly developing or some place inside long this Paris and me motivating me.
He said he was inspired at an early age as a child who grew up in the Catholic Church. This was his motivation to take this path in life.
14, only accepted me as a apostle and launched the congregation. Na 2015 me been starting this seminary life lo 2015. 2019 me been finishing lo Good Shepherd. 2020 me been making novitiate lo me. 2021 to 2023 me making theology lo me lo bomana na me been graduate when them bachelor in theology and research me been finishing.
The director for the National Divine Mercy Shrine, Father Bogdan, said to be in this field as a priest, it is not easy.
Another thing is I just from my experience that it's not easy life. You have to follow promise. You have to follow a commitment. What you preparing to give to God and to your ordinary bishop.
One of the first priests in the Kuli Parish, Father John Wise, said his brother Father Stephen Pope is the second priest from the Kuli Parish.
And now we have another blessing. On top of that blessings that we have already is the ordination of Father Stephen Pope. So I would like to thank the congregation of St. Michael's the Archangels, the brother priest of the Archdiocese of Mount Hagen, and not forgetting the Archbishop, the Emeritus Douglas Young.
The ordination was led by parents and families of Father Stephen Pope, who brought him forward to the Archbishop Father Clement Papa, and he further followed due processes to ordain Father Stephen to become a priest. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Pope Leo XIV has canonized 7 individuals during Mass in St. Peter's Square, officially declaring them saints of the Catholic Church yesterday in Rome.
The new saints are Saint Ignatius Chokrala Maloyan, Saint Peter Torot, Saint Vincenza Maria Poloni, Saint Maria del Monte Carmelo Rendiles Martinez, Saint Maria Troncati, Saint Jose Gregorio Hernandez Cisneros, and Saint Bartolo Longo. His Eminence Sir John Cardinal Ribat was graced to pray the Eucharist prayer for the Mass yesterday During the Pope's homily, His Holiness Pope Leo XIV reflected on Jesus' question about whether the Son of Man will find faith on earth when He returns. His Holiness described faith as the precious bond of love between God and His people, praising the new saints for keeping the lamp of faith burning and becoming lights spreading Christ's message throughout the world. Pope Leo XIV explained that while the world's material and cultural treasures are valuable, their true meaning is only realized through faith, which sustains hope and gives life its ultimate purpose. His Holiness urged the faithful to embrace prayer as the breath of soul, a vital expression of living faith that sustains believers through trials and doubts. Pope Leo XIV prayerfully entrusted the new saints to assist all Christians on their journey to holiness, affirming that faith on earth nourishes the hope for heaven. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the NASFAN market report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2380 in the interbank market. At BSP, your kina was buying $0.2305 $0.3517 Australian dollars, 0.1897 euro, and 34.43 Japanese yen. Now looking at commodity prices, at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copra closed higher, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Get twice the data with Telecom. Enjoy bonus double data from Thursday to Saturday on selected plans. You get twice the data at the same price. For instance, for 5 kina, you get 6 gigabytes valid for 1 day. And that's more data for you to stream videos and play your online games. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk to top up and get your double data. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The GWM Tank 300 has all the amazing creature comforts you want. And it really loves going off-road. Hop into Barocco Motors for a spin. Book a test drive today.
We're proudly PNG's homegrown bank. Since 1985, we've grown from a humble local financial institution into one of PNG's leading banks, serving thousands of Papua New Guineans. We've grown together, adapting, innovating, and leading with purpose. We believe in progress. We believe in our people. Together, we're building tomorrow. Kina Bank, celebrating 40 years of growth, innovation, and nation building.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, like I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hatok Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Mineral Resources Development Company on Friday signed 4 key agreements aimed at transforming the lives of landowners and the people of Hela Province. Managing Director for MRDC Augustine Mano, Prime Minister James Marape, and other key stakeholders were in Tari to sign the agreements.
The 4 key agreements that were signed includes 5 megawatts power supply from Heights into Tari, shareholders agreement and groundbreaking ceremony for the Ella Heritage Hotel, opening of the MRDC office in Tari, and yearly 1 million kina support for Petroleum Resources Kutubu or PRK to Ella Provincial Health Authority. MRDC Managing Director Augustine Mano said with ExxonMobil agreeing to provide gas for up to 5 megawatts of power, landowners from the licensed areas in Heights, Tari Town, its surrounds and other districts of Hela will benefit from the cheapest power in PNG. Mr. Mano said this has been the dream of many Hela leaders like late Anderson Hagiru and Prime Minister James Marape. Mr. Marape, who is also the local MP for Tari, officiated the groundbreaking ceremony for the Ella Heritage Hotel within the township. Mr. Mano said the hotel, to be completed by early 2027, will be more a cultural hub where visitors and guests can learn more and appreciate the deep traditions and culture of the Hela people. On the agreement signed with the Hela Provincial Health Authority, MRDC's subsidiary, the Petroleum Resources Kutubu or PRK, has agreed to provide 1 million kina annually as incentive for health professionals who serve in the Hela region. Pakatambu, National EMTV News.
The National Department of Finance team, led by the First Assistant to the Secretary, Gabi Kila, officially handed over the body of late Timothy Rapula to the Western Highlands Provincial Government, then to his family.
The National Department of Finance team arrived in Mount Hagen on the second day of late Timothy Rapula's funeral and have officially handed over his body to Western Highlands Provincial Government, then to his immediate family. On behalf of the Department of Finance, First Assistant to the Secretary Gabi Kila passed their condolences to late Rapula's family.
On behalf of all my Provincial Finance Office, 22 Provincial Finance Office, 93 District Finance Office, on behalf of all of us, I now officially hand over the body of late Timothy Rapula to Honorable Governor of Western Island Province.
The Department of Finance, including other islands' provincial finance managers, contributed a total of 58,000 kina. Meanwhile, the provincial government and administration held their last farewell yesterday evening with late Rapula's family before the repatriation. Governor Rapas said the provincial government and administration have contributed 200,000 kina with 12 live pigs on behalf of the people to acknowledge late Rapula's contributions to the province.
Mibla no province. Also the last time we talked to this, Mibla Machitibla was 150,000. But and we go on top the 200. Also 200 was Manibla Chopper and Milo Tokant. Manibla Chopper and different money. And if and also Tupla Chopper but also the money also 50,000, 49,000. And Tupla Chopper. Tupla Chopper but also case me only lawyer 95,000.
The body of the former provincial finance manager was airlifted today from Mount Hagen to Pangia in Southern Islands Province. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Now moving to overseas news, the Gaza ceasefire is in shaky ground this morning after an attack that killed 2 Israeli soldiers and prompted a wave of airstrikes that's killed 26 people.
This ceasefire has only been in force for around 10 days, but it has been shaken to its core with dozens of Israeli airstrikes across Gaza over the course of Sunday local time. Israel claims Hamas fighters opened fire on Israeli troops in southern Gaza near the city of Rafah, and it launched a series of airstrikes in retaliation. Israeli attacks were also reported elsewhere in the Strip, from Khan Yunis in the south to Deir al-Balah in the centre and Gaza City and Beit Lahia in the north of the territory. Israel saying that Hamas fighters had crossed the so-called yellow line into Israeli-controlled territory. Local health authorities in Gaza say dozens of people have been killed, civilians, including children, among them. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his country's military would continue to hit Hamas hard if it attacked Israeli troops. Hamas insisting it is committed to the ceasefire and that it was unaware of the clashes in Rafah, which seemed to kick-start this wave of strikes, adding that it is an area under Israeli control. Some Israeli media outlets had reported that the IDF's strikes, particularly in the south, may have also been designed to protect and support local militant groups, which are at odds.
Papua New Guineans are celebrating their first saint as he was canonized during a special mass at the Vatican.
Pope Leo XIV proclaimed Peter Torot a saint during a mass in St Peter's Square, attended by 50,000 people. In his home village, hundreds of people gathered to watch a live stream of the historic event. St Peter was reportedly killed by Japanese occupiers during World War II for continuing to teach the Catholic faith. A special mass is set to be held in PNG to honour him as a saint for the first time.
Questions raised on China's response regarding the Pukpuk Treaty ever since it was signed.
Yeah, a little bit more information. Now, just before the treaty was signed, so after the initial news broke, but before the two prime ministers put pen to paper, Beijing did raise some questions or some reservations about the treaty. Its embassy in Papua New Guinea put a post out on social media which basically said that the treaty shouldn't be used, or no treaty should be used, to exclude third parties. There's a bit of an irony here, because one of the reasons, not the only one, but one of the reasons Australia's doing this is precisely to exclude China as a major security player in Papua New Guinea. So their suspicions are not entirely without foundation. Nonetheless, the Deputy Prime Minister Rosso went to China last week for some meetings. It wasn't all about the Pukpuk Treaty. There were many other things on the agenda, but of course the agreement came up. The Deputy Prime Minister said that China was, quote, happy with what had been put to them. In other words, when PNG explained to them exactly what this treaty was about and what it was trying to do, the Chinese side accepted it. Now, I'm not sure if Beijing will in fact be delighted by this treaty, but the DPM was suggesting there was nonetheless a level of acquiescence. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
When you pointed out with the China thing, it's not really an issue. Yes, we did discuss it. They raised it, but we've clearly outlined, and they respect our sovereignty. China's always been a big partner of ours too, similar to Australia. They've been a great partner, and we have a relationship with them with trade, investment, and that has grown and strengthened from strength to strength. So it doesn't in any way impeach on our sovereignty and on our decisions that we've made with the treaty with Australia. And the treaty with Australia will explain the relationship that we've had with Australia, the traditional relationships, and China respects that.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Chukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Did you know that at Number One Super, you can access your information online without needing to visit a branch? Receive your balance via SMS within seconds. View your transaction history, housing advance eligibility, beneficiary listing, and download your statement via the NSL mobile app and member portal. For any other query, you can email our call center team. You'll be amazed at how much time you can save. Join the thousands of other Number One Super members getting online. Visit the Number One Super website to get started.
Papua New Guinea is currently facing a polio outbreak. Polio is a very dangerous disease that causes lifelong paralysis, even death. All children under 10 years of age are at high risk. To protect our children, the government of Papua New Guinea is conducting a nationwide polio immunization campaign for all children under 10. This campaign will run from the 13th to the 31st of October in health facilities, schools, or through health teams visiting your community. If you have a child, grandchild, or sibling under 10, it is very important you get them immunized during this campaign, even if they have received polio immunization previously. Immunization is safe, free, and effective.
Please protect me from polio.
Eligible children will also receive vitamin A, deworming tablets, and routine immunization during this campaign. This message is brought to you by the National Department of Health with support from UNICEF, WHO, and all our partners.
The all-new, powerful GWM Power. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
At BSP, we are committed to helping all Papua New Guineans achieve prosperity. So as our nation celebrates 50 years of independence, we are giving back. Over the next year, BSP will commit 2.5 million kina to our employee-driven initiative 50-4-50 Giving Back to help 50 communities across our country, leaving a legacy in education, health, youth empowerment, and sustainable living. Together, we will build a better nation.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Kai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The Basketball Federation of PNG hosted a grand reception in Port Moresby to celebrate the national team's outstanding regional success.
Yesterday evening, the Basketball Federation of PNG held a welcome reception at the Taurama Aquatic Center, honoring Team PNG for the remarkable achievements in the 2025 FIBA Melanesian Cup. The president of the Basketball Federation of PNG proudly commended both teams for their great performances from the start to the finish, noting their discipline, teamwork and determination throughout the tournament.
Because the level of competition that we have to put up with. And our players basically just came out straight from this place, TAC, and we put out a good battle, and we defeated everybody from the day one to the last day. And I was told by our referees that most of these people thought, we were not going to do well, but we came out to be the top.
With Prime Minister James Marape present, he congratulated the basketball teams for making the country proud with their historic performance.
To every one of you who had a hand in making sure this milestone is reached for our country, I just want to say a big congratulations to all of you, from the team management to the coaches, to the trainers, to the players, and to the federation, to Patron Charles, and our President David, each and every one of you. We just celebrated 50 years of nationhood. Our country is a country that is a work in progress. Our nation's character is still being built.
Prime Minister Marape also acknowledged the mixture of players from various provinces, emphasizing that it reflected true national unity. He further praised the Muri family for continuously producing basketball talents in Papua New Guinea. With the recent basketball results, the Prime Minister told the athletes they had done the country proud. Meanwhile, the patron of the Basketball Federation of PNG, Charles Abel, acknowledged the sponsors and the Prime Minister for their unwavering support towards the sports in the country. He added that the success stories inspire youth and strengthen the growth of basketball nationwide, so as other sporting codes. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The PNG basketball teams have returned home victorious from the Melanesian Cup in Honiara after an impressive showing in both divisions.
The PNG basketball teams have arrived in Port Moresby following their successful campaign at the FIBA Melanesian Cup Challenge held in Honiara, Solomon Islands. PNG's men's side claimed the prestigious gold medal after an outstanding performance, while the women crowned with silver. Upon arrival yesterday, the president of the PNG Basketball Federation praised the team's performance, describing it as one of the proudest moments for PNG basketball. He said the hard work and dedication from both men and women showed great improvement and unity in the sport.
And we didn't let anybody down. We actually achieved the purpose of our mission to the Solomons. And we are happy, we're bringing back gold for the country. And I believe this is going to at least put some happiness back into sports.
The coach of the PNG basketball men's team highlighted his excitement for the performance of the boys, saying their teamwork and discipline were the key to securing gold for the country.
We've got to build a culture that we must come and win games, not to come and just go back. We have to win games. So that's what we did. We built a culture from the first game. We wanted to win all the way.
Meanwhile, the women's coach also shared similar sentiments upon arrival, commending the team's fighting spirit and determination throughout the tournament, despite strong competition.
Words cannot express how I feel. Actually, the ladies, they deserve the credit. They performed to the best.
The teams were warmly welcomed by supporters, families and sporting officials at the Jackson's International Airport, celebrating what many have called a milestone achievement for the nation's basketball community. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Moniplus Port Moresby AFL celebrated a historic weekend marking 70 years of competition and community spirit in Papua New Guinea's capital.
With the recent Moniplus Port Moresby AFL competition grand final played over the weekend, President Douglas Lai reflected on its proud 70-year history. He shared how the competition has grown from small community games into a competitive and organizing sporting event that continues to unite teams, fans and families. The president emphasized the importance of maintaining the legacy for future generations.
1955 on this very ground here, and today, 2025, we mark 70 years as an association in this country.
President Lai also highlighted the effectiveness of the AFL competition in Port Moresby, saying it has provided an avenue for local players to develop their skills and pursue higher level competitions.
I can honestly tell you that POM AFL is the most effective running competition in the country. And without all the teams, your officials, your supporters, the whole family we have here, AFL family, we would not have achieved great results. With you all on board, we achieved great results.
He further mentioned that AFL has not only produced talented athletes, but also fostered discipline, teamwork and leadership among young Papua New Guineans. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab for dinner. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
What if every drop of waste oil you poured away could turn into something worse?
50,000 litres of oil is believed to have spilled into the sea.
Waste oil doesn't just disappear. It seeps into our rivers, poisons our land, and suffocates wildlife. Every drop counts, and every drop adds up. With Dunlop, we can recycle used oil to prevent this destruction. Recycling oil not only cleans our environment, but also reduces the need for new resources, saving energy and protecting ecosystems. Let us handle your waste oil and help protect our environment for generations to come.
We're proudly PNG's homegrown bank. Since 1985, we've grown from a humble local financial institution into one of PNG's leading banks, serving thousands of Papua New Guineans. We've grown together, adapting, innovating, and leading with purpose. We believe in progress. We believe in our people. Together, we're building tomorrow. Kina Bank, celebrating 40 years of growth, innovation, and nation building.
Start your journey with Telecom. Stay online, informed, and in control from departure to destination. Maintain your connections wherever you are. Introducing Want to Travel eSIM, the all-in-one eSIM app available in over 150 countries. With instant activation, affordable no-contract data plans worldwide, high-speed internet, and multi-language support. Download Want to Travel eSIM app on your App Store for iPhone and Play Store for Android devices. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Moving to overseas sports, Red Bull's Max Verstappen has beaten McLaren's Lando Norris to take proposition at the United States Grand Prix, with Australia Championship ladder Oscar Piastri in 6th place.
Earlier, Piastri and Norris crashed out of the US Grand Prix sprint. The McLaren title contenders collided on the first lap after Piastri tried to cut back underneath and caught his rear wheel up on Nico Hülkenberg's car. Reigning world champion Verstappen won the sprint for a 3rd year in a row. The Dutch rider is 55 points behind Piastri, with the Australian leading the championship by 22 points over Norris.
Perth Glory and Wellington Phoenix have opened their A-League men's seasons with an entertaining 2-2 draw in Perth.
Glory's new signing Jaden Kucharski and Adam Taggart put the Glory 2-0 up. Wellington equalised through Ofanye Eze and Carlo Arimento. Earlier, Melbourne Victory and Auckland City played out a scoreless draw at Amy Park.
St Kilda have boosted its chances of a major AFL Women's Finals appearance with a 30-point defeat of Carlton at Prince Park in Melbourne.
Darcy Guttridge kicked 2 goals in the 7-7-49 to 5-6-36 victory. The Saints' 6th straight win lifts St Kilda to 4th on the ladder with 2 games to play, but the Saints did lose several players to injury. For the Blues, the loss drops them to 8th.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Buy EasyPay with Telecom. Simply top up and purchase EasyPay from your phone. Here's how to buy. Dial *775#, enter the meter number, enter the amount, press 1 to confirm, and receive SMS with voucher and transaction reference number. Great value and PNG-owned sure feels good. Drop in to your nearest Telecom store or kiosk to top up and buy EasyPay. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
The GWM Tank 500 has a super luxurious interior with 7 family-friendly seats, and it really loves going off-road. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
Join me every Thursday night as Sportscene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes,
Hi, this is David Mead.
highlighting our local sports developments across the nation,
All eyes on Auckland. Now an NRL team based here.
Create a pathway.
and our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel, and you're watching
all the younger ones would follow.
Sportscene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City partly cloudy, then brief showers and possible thunderstorms. Popondetta cloudy periods with some rain showers and thunderstorms. In the Momase region, Lay City cloudy periods with few showers. Vanimo partly cloudy, then few showers. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau partly cloudy. Buka cloudy periods, then few showers and possible thunderstorms. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City partly cloudy, then some rain and showers. And in Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with some rain and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Monday, the 20th of October 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.